Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 17th, 2014, and today is Tuesday. So looking at the markets today, some major numbers coming out of the UK this morning, starting from 11:30 this morning, and then going into the Eurozone, some numbers, and then in the afternoon, some projected numbers from the FOMC. So it's a chock full of nuts day today, okay? Lots of things going on, and usually as this happens, it's quiet before the storm. Looking at the Euro USD here, let's go in the chart. We're at the top of the range here, so many things could happen. This thing could really break out here on the upside, or it could retest its lows at 123. I generally don't encourage going into a number with a position, especially something like the Euro USD. But you know, if you do want to play it small and just to test it out to see what your barriers are, definitely keep an eye on it, especially if you're a news trader. Definitely some opportunities there. Looking at the GBP USD, really flatlining here, also at the top of the range. So this is major thresholds for all these type of currencies. And you've got to really keep an eye on it. Let's see if the Euro USD here, GBP, Japanese yen, coming back a little bit here, as you can see in an 8-hour chart. Really flatlining after this big sell-off from 190 to 184. Let's see if we can regain some of this momentum, maybe end up of the year at 185 and a half, 185.60, up here in these levels. You know, it should be very interesting because this is really coming in at a support level, previous resistance level. So it should be really interesting how this unfolds. Looking at the USD Japanese yen, also after selling off, this is a 1-hour chart, after selling off from its highs of 121 this year, it's at 117. Let's see if it's going to continue this downward slide, or is it going to retest this 122, 121 level. So this is major stuff, okay? It's really, last year I said it was the year of the indices this past year, and it has been a tremendous year for the indices, but as the second half of this year, I really got to say that, you know, the markets really have turned for the forex market tremendously. A lot more volatility, a lot more money to be made in forex this year. Especially looking at USD CAD, it's at 116 here. Just take a look at it. Had numbers late last week, early this week, I believe it was, and we're hovering at 116. Now, at the beginning of the year, this thing was trading at 101, 107. You know, so it's a tremendous thing what's happened in the past year from last year to this year. So we have to really keep this in mind, that it's really depreciated tremendously. The dollar really appreciated tremendously. So you got to keep things into perspective. The market traded again down yesterday on the Dow Jones. We're hovering at 17,000. So I believe at this stage we could pretty much call it a quits. I don't think that we'll end up the year at 18,000, but this might be a reaction to the overboughtness of the market, and we may just see this, you know, turning around and starting in the year negatively. Okay, that could also be a possibility for us. Maybe we'll hover down to 17,300, 17,000-ish, and then maybe we'll rally a little bit. So it's interesting how these things are coming about and how they're unfolding. Looking at the oil, what did we say? This thing is a beautiful short the entire way, just short the bounces, and look at where it is right now. It's $55 a barrel, unprecedented. People who are making travel plans will notice that the airline tickets cost much less these days, and that's because the price of oil. So delivery forward contracts, delivery for oil is still very much down. It's still a downward trend, and so I would really keep that in mind. So how far could it go? Well, we discussed this. We said it could even go down to, well, that's a daily chart. We need to go back to a weekly chart. This is really not very indicative, because this is just about 6 years ago in 2009, as it, you know, tanked in those days 5 years ago down to $50 a barrel, which is a tremendous retracement for it. So keep in mind that it still does have, you know, downside to it, I believe as low as $35. So it's really hard at this stages to really gauge where the bottom is going to be for the barrel. But definitely still in play. So if you're in it, congratulations. If you're not, you might want to wait it off or trade it smaller because you are chasing it on the way down. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you everybody a great trading day. Thank you.